So about when my alarm goes off, that's when, after I get ready for work, I crawl back in bed and have that conversation.
So you wake up at 4. At 4, then what until you start the conversation?
Get dressed, get my clothes on, brush my teeth, deodorant, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Shower?
No.
Okay.
Shower, night before.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I work in the oil and gas.
Okay. So then it doesn't matter if you go to work without a shower. Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
All right.
It's going to be bad anyways.
Yeah. So then you wake up, you get ready. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
You're fine.
So then what time are we talking about when you're ready to talk with her?
About 4:15 or so.
Okay. And so she was asleep from the time she got in from 2 to 4, or 4:15. You wake up at 4, 4:15, you're ready. Okay, and at 4:15, you start talking. Why do you talk at 4:15 in the morning?
I felt like I needed to talk to her face to face, because like I wanted to say something. Like when she was in Arizona, like I didn't want to do it through a text. I didn't want to do it through a call. I was like, I got back in bed. I was like, I needed to talk to her about this, because she had told me like when she was going to fly back that she wanted to get up with me so she could take a shower, because she wanted to get the airport off me.
What do you mean when she got back?
When she flew back in.
From Phoenix?
Yeah.
Okay. So she told you, let's have a talk?
No, she wanted to get up with me so she could take a shower and get the airport off her, because she was her flight was delayed.
Oh, okay.
Her flight was supposed to get in 11, but it didn't leave till 11.
Okay. And so did she call you or did she text you?
I think there was a call.
Okay.
On that one.
All right. And so at 4:15, what happens?
That's when I crawled back in bed and I woke her up.
Okay.
And then I proceeded to talk to her about how I was feeling, about how I felt like what's been going on with us for the last, what she's seen like the last 6 weeks, because she was in North Carolina and I was down there just the last week. But from just being apart and just like figuring out who people are. It's like the best way for people to really find out who they are is to spend time apart.
I agree.
And just kind of just like, you can just see yourself. And then on the last week, that's when I went back to North Carolina, and I was there for the last week there.
Okay.
And when we were together, we could feel like it wasn't there, that spark. And that's kind of cliche, but that spark wasn't there anymore. And on that night, I woke that morning, early that morning, I told her like the disconnection it's there, like it's not going away. Like the connection we had in the beginning, it's not there anymore. It's like I don't feel like the love we have is there anymore.
Okay.
And it's just like I don't feel like, I mean, if we want to stay together for the kids, I'm not sure if that's going to work. Like bringing
another. That's what you told him?
Yes.
Okay.
Like having another baby, bringing us into this relationship. Do you think this is going to work with us being together, or separation? I think is going to be the best possible route for us. And that's when like all the crying and everything proceeded, and it was very hard just to talk about that. But I needed to do it face to face.
Okay.
And I needed to see her face like while I did it. I couldn't text, phone, whatever. I needed to be face to face and be able to see her and know that she was going to be at least reciprocating back to me.
Oh, what did she say?
She said that she wanted to kind of work on it, but if that's the way I was feeling, then she respects that.
Okay.
And she said that most of the time when you have kids and you have a relationship where people like they don't love each other anymore, they fall out of love, this connection, that having kids, even bringing a new baby into the equation, doesn't always work as well as keeping the couple happy and the kids happy. It's like it almost is like better if two are on different sides.
Yeah, you don't want to spend your whole marriage disliking each other and faking it for the kids.
Yes, that's one thing.
Okay. And is that accurate?
That's totally accurate. Okay. I mean, you don't want to be the people parading around with like a mask on when the kids are around, and then when the kids go to sleep, you just go your separate ways. Okay. It's like that's what I don't want. Okay. And that's why we're talking about that separation that night. Okay. And that's why I got so emotional right there. Okay.
Emotional for you too?
Oh yeah, I was bawling my eyes out.
Okay. So then as a result, how long did that conversation last?
It lasted, so about 4:15 when we started, we talked about the house as well.
Okay. What did you say about the house?
Like, we needed to sell the house. Like, there's no way, like, we can stay in this house and have another kid and be able to just keep everything afloat. And she's like, well, where do you want to move to? I was like, well, we can move to Brighton, we can move, are you familiar with the area?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. So we can move to Brighton, we can move to Vermont, we can move, like, you know, wherever, somewhere that's cheaper.
Okay.
And she was like, well, because she had already contacted the realtor the week before through an email to see, like, what she thought. And that's when, like, I actually contacted Ann that day, like, a little, like, pretty much probably about 8 o'clock that day.
Who's Ann?
The realtor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and asked her, you know, like, if we can get the ball rolling, like, see what she thought.
So you said your wife called a week before to the realtor?
Emailed her.
Okay, so then this conversation early in the morning wasn't a shock to either of you or a surprise. It was the next step in the long conversation you have to have leading up to. Okay.
This was not like just like weighing up like a Big Bang Theory type thing. It was just like, this was, that's why it was just an emotional conversation, like, because it wasn't just like come out of nowhere, left field type of thing. Like, we knew, like, something wasn't, we knew about what we wanted to do with the house. We knew, like, what's going on with it. Like, we knew something was.
So when I work investigations like this, I have to keep an open mind on everything, okay? And part of keeping an open mind is listening to you talk about your wife and your marriage, and the day she goes missing is the day that you guys have marital discord, okay? So you can understand what I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. Like, I know, like, I've talked to a few of my friends, is like, you know, this does not look good on you. I'm like, I know. It's like, if people knew that we were having marital issues, they're going to look at me, especially with the way everything looks. It honestly just makes me sick to my stomach, because this is something that I would never do. Ever.
Are you telling me the truth?
I am telling you the absolute truth.
Why should I believe you?
Because I am a very trustworthy person, and the people that do know me, they know how I am a calm person. I am not an argumentative person. I am a person who is never going to be abusive or physical in any kind of relationship. I would never harm my kids. I would never harm my wife.
He was connected to a polygraph test and given a series of questions to determine what he really knew about his family's disappearance.
Regarding Shanann's disappearance, do you intend to answer all of the questions truthfully?
Yes.
Were you born in 1985?
Yes.
Before 2018, did you ever say anything out of anger to a loved one?
Yes. No.
Do you know where Shanann is now?
No.
Are you now in the state of Colorado?
Yes.
Before 2018, have you ever wanted to hurt someone to get even with them?
No.
Did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Is your first name Christopher?
Yes.
Before 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about?
No.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation.
During the questioning, Christopher was asked if he knew where Shannon was. He replied that he did not know where she was, which came out as a lie on the machine. This escalated suspicions around Chris Watts. He was being deceptive in some way and kept refusing to tell police the truth about what happened. Even when they told Chris he failed the polygraph test, he promised he wasn't lying.
So, it is completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test.
Okay.
Okay. So now we need to talk about what actually happened. And I feel like you're probably ready to do that.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise.
With a dire situation that needed answers, police brought in Chris's dad, Ronnie Watts, to help him get through the difficult time.
There was no wrong thing, or... I mean, it's polygraph. Failed it. Yeah, because there's too much emotions. So, I mean, they're not gonna let me go.
Anything else you want to tell me, what's going on?